Okay. I mean, this is not an act. This is not an act. I don't do acts on my videos, and I haven't. I sometimes I want to, and I think about it. Wish I could, but every single time, every single time. So I'm gonna do something. Start out something that I wanted to say. Like I always say, like sometimes I want to start out my review saying something. I had this idea how to start it out, and then I'll see something so bad, everything it just doesn't even seem necessary to go through. And I want to start out saying that I try to get myself pumped up for this movie. I tried. I was really, I was just like, I think I would give myself a little pump up for this movie. And I'll just go ahead and say this little part. This part wasn't part of it, but it was just like one of those things I was like weirded out because on that video, it wasn't really that many likes and it wasn't that, people saying, yeah, you're right, man, this movie sucked. When I did link a guy on one of those videos saying that when he said this movie sucks, then he got those comments that I usually get, people agreeing when a movie sucks. But this was a review that I didn't see the movie and I knew I didn't have to because the people who told me the movie sucked were the most people I trust way more than social media. Way more. So I try to get myself pumped up, and then, while I was, going straight to the movies, I text on the group text says, I'm going to see the movie in 10 minutes. And they said, and then the last person that, who I most likely watched it free online, this person, last person that I trust the most said the movie was, eh. And I was like, damn. Every person that I trust, as in the real world, has said this movie isn't good. So I figured there's no way I get myself pumped up for this now. So walking in the theater, I was shocked. So I thought maybe I can't. So I got myself a little pump because it was almost a sold out theater. So I was like, okay. So maybe. So I sit right where I can possibly get scared the most, even though I already knew that was bullcrap, from the reviews. I already knew that. So that's how I want to start out and then go over talking about how this movie sucks. But let's just put it this way. During the middle of the movie, I went on my YouTube channel to block the person that said this movie was great. I told him that if he's wrong, he's going to get blocked. And the other person that said that he went with his wife and kid and they didn't like it, but he thought it was okay, you got blocked too. I told you people, I'm tired. I am so tired. I'm serious. I'm just tired of just this misleading, just anything like that right now. I'm just, no. No, okay. All right. This is the last example before I get started in this movie. Why I'm tired is it's kind of like, those people that Trump keeps appointing to be in his team or something, and then they put them in some kind of, room and they, argue with them that they don't know what they're doing in their job. And it's like the same thing they did in 2016, but they'll like respond and say the dumbest things ever. And it doesn't change anything. So me going over this movie sucking with YouTube, a bunch of single dudes and weirdo people, it doesn't change anything. So I'm just tired of that kind of crap. It's like, this doesn't change anything. I'm pretty much, I should be good with the review I have up of not seeing the movie saying why people stop it. Oh my gosh. So this is the thing, man. Definitely not try. I don't like people. This is one of those things. I have the mindset. I'm trying to I had this plan in order of how I want to explain this about myself. The mindset of knowing when something's lazy. It's just like that's what horror movies turn to. Is why I don't go into these the what is the stupid C movie called coming out? I don't know what it is even called. I don't know the one is Eyes, where they're the haunted house crap. Con something, I don't know what it's called. I guess it's the final one or something. I don't go into movies like that. Conjuring. I don't go into movies like that because it's the same people putting on makeup and trying to scare you. But certain movies, they do it even more lazier. And I've seen some clips of it. I have fast forward through them, and they seem like they got more lazier and lazier with their, the way their monsters come up with. And this one was just like one of the most laziest things I've ever seen. they are trying to scare you with somebody that wears makeup. I kind of want to say clown makeup, but it's just, so this thing, man. I have to say 28 years later is better because something happens. And what I mean by that is, I guess the first try to be jump scares, I guess, they're not scary at all, were dreams. One of them's in the trailer. And it's not it's just a kid, looks up and he has some makeup on his face. That's, and he just smiles or something. And she wakes up and goes, oh, okay. And then the next one is just something about just smiling with makeup in the face. I'm pretty sure there's going to be movies explained, or those videos that I don't click because somebody come up their own ways to try to make the movie sound more than what it really is. But it's just, there's no way that they can make themselves make any sense of why do they get dreams of this woman that likes to wear makeup weird. I guess that's why I got some comments that this movie was funny, because it was just kind of like just, they're trying to be serious. The ending part, it was going on too long. I know and it was just silly to me. So I don't know what they expect me to feel like. Get her, get her. People, I'm going to spoil this movie in a moment. It's just, I don't care. So basically what I'm saying is, so the two dreams, since it was so lazy with just somebody with makeup and just doing nothing, it means nothing happened to me. So that whole scene, it's still, nothing has happened in this movie. And the black guy, like I said, I looked for someone of color that said, yeah, nothing really happens until the kid, shows up, and then things start happening. Then he started liking it from there or something. And I heard that from other people too on YouTube. And the thing is, again, I was thinking, okay, maybe what's this whole thing about the third act or whatever you want to call it? It's nothing. It's one of the most laziest things ever, and I'm spoiling it now. And normally when I say I get spoilers, I don't really spoil really anything, but I'm getting some more deeper spoilers, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't ruin the movie. The reason why the kids are running out the house. I gotta sneeze. I said I sneezed in my mouth because I want no burgers, coming out where I have to start over. Is it's like some witchcraft crap and this woman is not a witch. She's just some goofy old lady that likes to wear makeup. So I was like to say she's like a witch, but she's not. So don't expect to see anything scary. She's a person that just puts on makeup weird. And I'm pretty sure you see her in the trailer, I guess. I don't know. I didn't pay too much attention to the trailer, and sound like we spoiled. And it's like if she collects your fart, it's like same typical thing, but worse than Chucky. Like I said, only one movie's done it right was Child's Play, the first one. That's the only movie that's ever done it right. But any other movie, I don't know any other movie that tried it. But if you get a lock or piece of the hair, then you can control them and make them do what you want. That's it. That's lazy writing. And it was so lazy is, like if she gets your piece of your pillow, your bed sheet, or someone can just give you a present, but just lay it in your room, it doesn't matter. You don't have to touch it long as it belongs to you. That's what it seemed like. Because something about some award thing, who knows if you even touch it? Someone could have just laid it in there. So really, it could have been longer if it's supposed to belong to you, as in supposed to belong to you. And not even, it's they just grab. This lady gets it. She can control you, and I'm guessing by controlling you, she gets your health. I don't care to really try to fully understand that. I mean, she just didn't look younger, but I guess she gets your health. I don't think the movie explained that. I just don't. I wasn't caring, people. And dumb characters, yeah. I don't know what to tell you about this movie because it's the woman being in the forest didn't make any sense because she's not no magical being. She's an old lady, so how did she get there? Get there? And why would she get there? You know, it's just she didn't seem like she can catch up with him, so she didn't have no special running speed or anything. You kind of can see how she runs later. Can't run very fast. So like you're like I said, it's like that Superman movie is just it doesn't make any sense, especially that forest scene. And it was kind of like one more thing, the second dream, and he wakes up and was like, "What the shit?" I'm like, that's not even a kind of a dream that would make you even do that. And one more thing I want to say as an example is a movie that when you know is bad is when someone that you kind of want to see be a good actor from No Country for Old Men and Man in Black and stuff, and I'm pretty sure other movies, and you erase those movies, right? And see and pretend like he's only been in this movie right here. You would think nothing of him. That's where I always see it as this is a bad script for this actor. Especially when you kind of feel like you're just over acting. You kind of like see like the flaw in his acting of someone that you know to be a good actor. So that's what I'm saying is it's like Denzel or something. And then and then you play in a horror movie, I guess you want to call it. I wouldn't call it a horror movie. Whatever. I guess they try to be, And the thing is, I think I did hear a couple of them try to say it's so graphic and stuff. It's like, no, it's not. No, and as I said, that's the number one thing I get so tired of that too. I got to go, but that was the thing is just one thing about it is you notice that there was nothing special about his acting compared to other movies that he was very good in. This is like probably the worst acting you've seen him in because there's nothing to work with. That's what I'm talking about, like the Chris guy, Stalkman or whatever. I'm not seeing this movie. I expect his jump scare is going to be even more lazier than the girl with makeup. It's just going to be just so freaking lazy of someone, like, it's kind of like one more example I want to use this. Is just like, so you can make sure it's understood, like, I thought it was decent for Smiles 2. I didn't like Smiles 1 because the characters are unbelievably dumb. But I can still tell, like, I know the whole dancing thing, with all those people, they're just dancers. I see cheapness. Cheap. They're just doing some dance thing and I'm not really feeling it. It's just Silent Hill with the nurses was way better. Not because they were like probably CGI, but I understand they weren't CGI, but I don't know. I guess I don't know if they added any CGI at all. I got to see that scene again. But, it's just like, but the Smiles 2, I still feel like, oh, this movie is just trying to save money. And this movie, as in Silent Hills. But this movie is just so lazy. It's just lazy. And to make sure it's clear, so 28 years later, it's a crappy ass movie, but something's happening. Because I can't count the over the hour of nothing happening because that a woman wearing makeup, that's not scary. And it's just, like I said, dumb characters and it's just weird. Weird as in the people that will hype this crap up. I want to say, how is it possible? But I've been through that. It goes nowhere. All right, peace.